Welcome to the Biz Builders podcast, where we believe building the business of your dreams can change your life. I'm your host, Sandy Patterson, former teacher turned certified life and business coach. After 14 years of teaching, I took a huge leap, left my job, and built 2 successful businesses with no business or sales background. Now I'm living the life of my dreams, and I'm ready to help you do the same. You're in the right spot here if you're ready to dig into not only the strategy of business building, but also the belief in yourself that building a business is possible. You're made for this, and you've got exactly what it takes to create the financial, time, and location freedom you're craving. Over here, we value progress over perfection. We embrace being uncomfortable, and we believe that anything, literally anything you want, is possible for you with the right strategy, mindset, and support. You'll also hear inspiring stories here and, of course, failures of women who are doing the same thing. The whole idea is if she can do it, so can I. Thanks for being here. Let's dive in. Hello, you guys. Good morning and happy Thursday. I'm super excited to be here. It's a little early for a live, but we're going to make it work today. Amber from Amber J Coaching is going to be joining me this morning, and we are going to be talking all about scaling past one-to-one clients. So getting off of that one-to-one hamster wheel. And there is no it's all good, no shame. That's exactly where I started too, is with one-to-one private clients in my coaching business. And I think it's an amazing place to start, especially because it gives you so much information and so much just data about who it is you want to work with, the things you like to coach around. And it really builds that confidence around being able to bring somebody through a transformation, right, in the coaching capacity and in your spaces. And I think it's amazing. I think it's great. I absolutely, of course, love my one-to-one clients. I think there is something so magical about one-to-one work because it is so customized. It is so tailored to what you need. And it's where I started too as a client. That one-to-one kind of hamster wheel and into scaling your business with one-to-many. There she is with one-to-many offers. Hi, good morning and good afternoon to you.
I know. Oh, it's really early for you, isn't it?
It is. Yes. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so happy to be talking to you again.
I cannot
Always a
tell
pleasure.
you. It is same. I've been so excited for this. I know I had reached out to you prior to the holidays when things were so busy. And I was like, I need a little Amber in my life. I just want to have a little chitty chat with Amber. And I know you've had some really, really incredible things happen over the last time that we spoke. So would love for you to just share you want to do a little introduction and share who you are and what you're all about, and then we can dive right in.
Yeah, sure. So hi guys, I'm Amber. I'm a business coach, an ICF accredited business coach and a marketing mentor for coaches. For a long time, it was kind of for coaches that were really just getting started. But as my business has kind of developed and evolved, it's now kind of moving into coaching and mentoring for coaches who are trying to grow their business and kind of scale, which is why it's really exciting to talk to you about this. It's something that I've been doing for the past 6 months to 9 months myself. So that's kind of where my business is headed as I also continue to grow and scale my business too. Yeah.
I love it. And I love so much. We connected a while back on my podcast. I was like, I have to talk to this girl. I have to have this girl on the podcast. And our conversation was just so powerful. And I love that you and I both have very, very similar kind of paths. We're kind of going down the same path and have supported each other the whole way through. And it's just been so fun to see and hear and watch you grow your business too in a really, really, in a way that feels really good to you, because that's really what it's all about. So I'm so excited. So talking today about scaling past one-to-one clients, right? So I was saying before you hopped on that I think it's normal and it's fine and it's great to start off with just taking on one-to-one clients. That's an amazing place to begin your coaching business. I think there gets to be a point where we realized that like, oh my gosh, like I'm not sure if this is going to be sustainable. And not that to say that it isn't, because I work with coaches and I've worked with people who their whole model is one-to-one coaching, and that's fine and that's great. But at some point, I think for you and I, we were both like, okay, let's like tell me a little bit about your journey in like, okay, I think I'm ready to like shift into one-to-many offers. So one-to-one, what we're talking about is just you and the coach, or the client and the coach. It's just the two of you. And then a one-to-many offer is the coach with lots of different people in the same space. So tell me about how that shifted for you.
So for me, I kind of always knew that I wanted to kind of like have a combination, I suppose, of different offers.
Yeah.
And once I kind of started to get clients, I love working one-to-one. Like, you know, that's kind of where my training really lies. And I really, really enjoyed working, like doing one-to-one. But like you, I'm also a teacher, you know, and I've got 12 years of teaching experience. And so that kind of like desire, I suppose, to put my skills and also like passion into practice of actually like kind of going down a bit more of a kind of a teaching route to a group was always there. Yeah. And I know just as you were actually starting your kind of biz builder thing, I was also trying to put together a group. And it's funny because that was pretty much the same time I found out I was pregnant. And it didn't work out the way I planned. Basically, I did put together a group. I launched it. Yeah. And then I just like hit hardcore first trimester troubles. And yeah, it was really, really hard. So kind of my first attempt at launching a group, I ended up cancelling. I ended up cancelling the launch. So I had one person signed up. I had a few other people interested, but my energy was like gone with it. So that was my first attempt.
I love that you share that too, because I just want to be very clear too. Like I've had many things over the past 2 years. I've been in business for 2 years as far as coaching goes, and I've launched so many things that have completely just flopped. Like, and not even because I was pregnant, just because like they just flopped. And so I appreciate you bringing that to the table, because it's never ever about like hitting the ground with being perfect and filling it up, and it's really just about hitting the ground in general and like seeing what happens. So I appreciate you bringing that to the table.
I think I feel like it's really important to bring to the table. You know what, I've even actually got clients because I've shared that story, and they're like, oh wow, you must have some really interesting like reflections, you know, and like every time you do something that doesn't really work out, God, you have so many learnings and so many reflections.
I know.
You level up more than you would have leveled up.
Yeah, and
if
the
everything
other
just
thing
went
too,
right.
Every time that I've flopped, I'm like, I'm so glad that happened, because if it didn't happen, then I wouldn't get to be where it wouldn't get to be successful at some point. You just kind of got to go for it. But anyways, that was kind of a sidetrack. So keep going.
Anyway, so I did that. And then like amazingly, after that, after I cancelled it and I took a bit of a hiatus from social media and stuff, I kind of basically had a bit of a push for one-to-ones, because I'll just lean into what I already know.
Yeah.
I got totally sold out with my one-to-ones. So obviously all that momentum that I had been building through the, you know, trying to launch the group had done something, because I got like totally sold out, fully booked, working 4 days a week with 3 clients a day, and realized actually it was taking up a lot of energy and really tiring me out, and almost I'm not going to say like I stopped loving it, but I definitely started feeling a bit like I've got a big day today, you know, like every day, and started kind of looking forward to the days where I didn't have quite so many one-to-one clients, and just really realized that actually, you know, even though the thing didn't work out the first time, that's no reason to not try again. And so I thought, all right, maybe I'll save like the group for another time. And this time what I'm going to do is I'm just going to launch like a membership. And I thought, I've got so many leads, so many people that were interested in the group that actually I could just reach out to and be like, hey, like, do you fancy joining this membership? And I did it really kind of low key, just in the DMs, like messaging like the people on my lead list. And like literally within the first couple of days, I had like 7 people in.
Amazing.
Yeah. And
cool.
So now I run a membership. There's 10 women in there. I just love it so much.
Yeah.
I'm actually about to go on my maternity leave in about 7 weeks, less than that. And I'm about to launch a mastermind. So I'm kind of currently in the process of like reaching out to people and seeing if they want to join my mastermind, which will start when my mat leave ends.
And the other thing too is you probably wouldn't have had that lead list had you not started in the first place, like, and let it. Yeah, that's amazing. I love it. And that resonates with me a lot, because I think it's funny. I think sometimes that we forget that like we are the boss and we get to build our business in a way that like feels really good to us. So like our days get to look how we want to look. But I think, and you have experience with this too, coming from a teaching background, like we're so used to like just like run, go, do, like more, like constantly being in motion and being busy, that then we take that and we pick that up and we put that in our business, because that's where I found myself too. Like that was just the normal for me. That's just all I knew, is to like have that feeling of like, oh gosh, like this is a lot, So same thing. And I think we do have a unique background, and not that you need a teaching background to be able to run a one-to-many space by any means, but we do have that magic ability to manage groups of people and bring people together for a purpose and to cultivate that space. And so for me, it was also a lot about wanting to create more of an impact with more people. Like you can, if you're seeing 3 clients a day, 4 days a week, you're only able to impact 12 people, right, in that week. Like with the one-to-many program, I'm able to reach out and impact so many more women in a way that's not sacrificing my time or my sanity, right?
Yeah. And not just that. I think like it's easy to think, oh, well, if I've got a one-to-many program, it's not going to be as valuable. It's not going to be as like high value. Actually, like it's lonely being a solo business owner, and people are looking for community. Like people, like actually at the moment, I'm part of a mastermind, and I've signed up to another mastermind for when my mat leave ends. Like I am personally choosing to be part of a group as opposed to having one-to-one myself, because I love the community. And so I think it is a bit sometimes, a bit of a mindset shift to be like, I'm not just creating, I'm not like giving less value because I'm having a group. I'm actually creating something different, which provides like an added thing that people need and want.
That's absolutely a huge shift. And I know because I've worked with a lot of clients who are in that, like, there's a lot of mindset. There's a lot of like beliefs that we have. Like, what if nobody wants it? What if nobody comes? What if I'm not able to get them the result that I know I'm able to give them one-to-one, but how am I going to be able to do it with a bunch of other people? Like, what if it's chaos? What if, all the what ifs? But again, it's like, you really don't know until you just try. And for me, the community part of it has always been huge for me. That's always, I mean, in any space, any area of my life, like cultivating community has been huge. And so for me, there was a part too of the one-to-one where those relationships are solid. I love my one-to-one clients. I love my private clients, like love them dearly. But there was this piece of community that was missing. And I think, like you said, people crave that. People want that, and people appreciate it. And like you get to be the person that kind of brings the people together, which is a really, really magical thing. So yeah, I love it.
Yeah, agreed. And actually now I've kind of just decided that all my one-to-one clients, I'm just going to give them access to the membership anyway, because again, it's like, otherwise there can be a bit of a missing piece. And I feel like really excited by the fact that we, just like you said, like we can reflect and tweak and decide on how the business grows as we grow and we learn. And
the
Yeah.
part of it too. Yeah, absolutely. And there's so many ways to do this. Like I was just actually working on I'm doing a mini group program. So kind of another one to many offer coming up, but it's a little bit of a different spin outside of the mastermind. But it's on this exact topic, like creating your first one to many offer. It's called sold out signature offer. And oh my God, I just forgot what I was going to say. What was I just thinking about? This happens to me all the time. Does it happen to you?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm pregnant.
I literally just left my head. What was I going to say? Well, anyways, I'll say something else. But I think what happens is, it'll come back to me. What happens is when we are on that one-to-one, like we're constantly with the one-to-one, we're missing out on the time to actually reflect and think about how to grow and how we want to grow the business.
Yeah.
That we're so in the like fulfillment and delivery mode and like giving our clients like this freaking amazing experience and, you know, giving them everything they need and supporting them, that by the end of the day, we're so like, because coaching is like, it does take energy. It does, you are all in it. I found myself not having enough space or time to reflect and think about how to actually grow my business and what that would look like for me.
Mm-hmm.
And like, there wasn't time for me to like focus on like content creation or my messaging or refine things, or even time for me to work with my own mentor to just sit down and be like, oh, like, let me reflect,
Mm-hmm.
let me think about this. So by creating the one-to-many offer, you essentially create more time and space to devote to growing your business versus just spinning and spinning and spinning and doing. So
yeah, I reckon that the thinking part of business growth is like really underrated. It's really underrated because you spend so long to begin with just trying to get your clients, and then that's such a strong goal when you first start. And then maybe if you're not giving yourself any time to think further, to think more kind of like expansively, then you just kind of get lost in, just like you were saying, like the doing. And actually I've just finished up with quite a few clients just in the last month, and I miss them dearly. I love them. But it's so nice to have that time. And I have been finding so much more clarity and confidence in like what I'm going to do, because I'm planning a lot now. A lot for me is planning like what I'm going to do after my maternity leave and how I'm going to kind of keep up a bit of momentum during it. But I have the time to think about it. Which is amazing, wonderful. And I want to keep that in the business, you know, like that's not something I want to give away again. And I know when I come back, it's always good to have, you know, it's a great opportunity to have time out so I can reflect. But coming back, I'm definitely not going to have so many one-to-ones available because I need that time for myself. You know?
And not only is it underrated, excuse me, I think it's essential. Like at this point, like you cannot sustain and grow a business, and you cannot sustain and grow a business without that time to reflect and to think and to be creative and to have enough energy to feel creative and come up with new offers and come up with new ideas. There's and I want to ask you about this too. So there's I think a misconception, and I had this too when I first started like exploring the one-to-many offers too, that if that's the case, then I'm going to lose, like there's this thing, like I have all these clients and I'm meeting like my revenue goal. So if I lose these clients, then that revenue is going to go away as well. So did you have that too?
Yeah, I think it's interesting you bring that up, because I was having a conversation with one of my clients really recently about this, which is that there might be a brief period of time. It's almost like in order to grow, you need an element of discomfort. There's going to be an element of discomfort, you know, and like you kind of need to decide like what is that discomfort going to be. And I think like for maybe a brief, it hasn't actually happened to me because, you know, I was fully booked and I was running my membership at the same time. But I do kind of expect that there might be a brief period of time, like a month or two, where I'm not making as much money because I'm working on the mastermind. But that's like a level of discomfort that I'm willing to embrace because I know that ultimately it's gonna lead to, like, you know, a quantum leap.
Yeah.
And I think it's really important to think, well, what is the discomfort that you're willing to embrace in order to get to that next level? And it's not usually as bad as you think it is. Like, it hasn't really been a problem for me at all.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that question. That question is so beautiful. And it could go in so many different areas of business, not just the scaling and the one-to-one, one-to-many offer, but like anything, like really what is your next like discomfort? Where are you going to sit? Where are you okay sitting in? And that to be okay for you for this next like level of growth. I remembered what I was going to say. It came back to me.
Go for it.
I was going to say there's just so many different ways to create there can be so many different models. There's so many different ways to deliver. There's so many different ways to fulfill and so many different ways to bring people together. I don't know where I was going with that, but that's what it was that I was talking about. So like go ahead.
It's something I really like. I love watching the stuff that you do. I follow your newsletter. I'm like always intrigued by, you know, watching other people and seeing what they do. Like, and I love, like, you know, the offers you come up with, and I love, like, you know, seeing because you often do kind of like little mini group things and really targeted, and I love that. I haven't done that yet, but it's true. It's just open to whatever you're feeling. And for me, I know because I've been part of a mastermind and I loved it. That's, for me, that's a real priority. I really want to do a mastermind. But I love the possibility that I could also do, like, you know, a mini group or a mini mind, or you know, so many different ways you can just package things up and make them you, and make them what your clients actually really want and need.
And I think it's all about like really, I mean, doing what feels good. Like, I know I've been a part of so many different things like that because I just enjoy learning and I love being in community and I love learning new things. I love up leveling. Like, we're teachers, we like to learn, right? But being a part of those things and just like taking pieces of each thing and being like, oh, this really fits well with me and my brand and my personality and the way that I do things. I'm going to definitely do that. Other things, like, I'm like, yeah, I didn't really vibe with that. That's great for them. Like, perfect. Like, it's almost like you have a menu of things you can choose from to put together this really special space that is just your own and is just yours, where you get to impact more people without sacrificing your time, right? So, Amber, what would you say to somebody who is like, this sounds really good, but I don't know about this?
I would say that if it's something that makes them excited, if it's something that they feel really excited about getting behind, you know, if they can imagine themselves doing it and being like, wow, and you know, all of those emotions and excitement comes up, then just go for it, because we've all flopped. If that's the worst thing that can happen, is that no one signs up, then you will have learned so much for the next time. You know, the best that can happen is that loads of people sign up and you end up running it, and it's amazing. And either way, you're going to level up. And I just think that the people that do really well in business and the people that continue to love their business, like me, like you know, it's because we're following the things that make us excited, and we're following the things that bring us joy, and letting go maybe of the things that are feeling a bit more draining. And always looking to that next thing and doing it, you know? So I'd say go for it.
I love it. Absolutely. I totally agree. And I come back to that question that you just asked about, like, where are you willing to be uncomfortable? Where are you willing to be, like, where are you willing to sit in it to make this happen? Because again, it's like, and again, there's nothing wrong with a one-to-one model. Like, again, like I said, I have clients that love that model, but it's really like, if this excites you, if it's something that's really like intriguing to you, or it sounds really fun to you, like, just go for it. And there's so much support. There's like so many resources out there to help you execute it and make it happen. So thank you so much for coming here this morning on this little Instagram live. It's so great to touch base with you again and talk to you. Like you said, I've been following you too. I love watching your journey too.
I've still got the little postcard that you sent me in my drawer.
Oh, me too. Oh, from the podcast.
So nice. You sent me a postcard when I went on the podcast. I just think that's such a
Yay.
lovely thing to do.
Oh.
I've got all these questions that I would love to ask you. We'll have to do this again.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but just
Absolutely.
so many more things in this topic that we could talk about.
We could talk all day, I'm sure. What offers do you currently have going on right now? What do you have? I know that you're getting ready to have that sweet baby. Congratulations. But after that, what do you have going on? Yeah.
So I have my Moves to 5K membership. That's kind of for coaches who are trying to get to those consistent 5K months. And that is, that's just like my absolute baby at the moment. I love it. I'm not doing any more one-to-ones until October, but I am taking clients who want to lock in like a very good early bird discount. They can get in touch with me and we can lock a one-to-one in for October. And I'm also launching a mastermind in October. So that's something that really I'm only just starting to talk about. But if it's something that anyone's interested in again, let me know.
I love that. That's so good. I have right now currently the mastermind, my Biz Builders Mastermind. That was originally my group program that I turned into the mastermind space. And it's just been such a magical space. It's for new-ish coaches who are ready to just like go balls to the wall and go full-time in their online business and their online coaching business. It's such a great place. I do still take on one-to-one clients. And then I also have currently, like I mentioned before, my sold out signature offer. It's a mini group program launching on February 3rd. I'm currently in early bird pricing for that too. So
that's amazing.
Literally we're breaking down everything that we just talked about today. So when I reached out to you and was like, what do you want to chat about? And you were like, scaling from one to many. I'm like, perfect. That's like what's on my mind right now, because I'm really breaking it down step by step and the different routes that you can go and how to deliver the framework, all of that good stuff. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, it sounds incredible. Yeah, the synergy.
Yes, I know. So good. Everything always works out. So, well, thank you, Amber. I know that you've got to run. You have lots to do. So
I've got another client in 15 minutes.
Okay, well, we'll wrap it up. But thank you for being here. You can reach Amber here on Instagram. You can reach me on Instagram. We're Instagram girlies. So thank you guys for joining us. If you have any questions about any of this or if anything resonated with you, please drop it in the comments always, or you can always reach out, DM either of us. Both of our DMs are always open. And we're excited to watch your journey too and see what flops, see all the things that succeed and help support you in this journey of growing your business.
Yay!
All right. Thanks, Amber. Bye.
Thanks for listening, you guys. If you're ready to get your business going and making money and to step into that next level version of you, I would love to support you make that happen through strategy, mindset work, and my Cut the BS style coaching, because it's always better, quicker, and more fun to have someone who's already been through it support you. Shoot me a message over on Instagram with the word ready, and we can chat and get your questions answered about coaching and how I can support you. I cannot wait to hear from you.